The latest update for Minecraft Bedrock Edition has broken so many things. I see all of your comments. Things like my Marketplace Pass isn't working. I updated on Xbox Series X and I can't load my worlds. I've got these colorful squares everywhere. The ping glitch has returned. You try and join a world with add-ons already existing and it's too big of a file size. Now, this is why I always say back up your worlds, which I kind of want to briefly talk about in today's video before we check out the latest beta and preview. Now, talking about the latest beta and preview, I strongly believe we're done with features for the summer drop. Yes, it's a much smaller update. We are getting things like the Happy Ghast, vibrant visuals, and a couple of other changes, but I think we're done because this project is expected to be releasing next month, being June. So a much smaller drop compared to the last one. And with that being said, again, these are currently all of the latest bug reports. In fact, here we go. Texture glitch. We need to quickly log in so we can check this one out. This one has literally just been submitted as I'm recording today's video. So if you've got these issues, you are not alone, and hopefully a hotfix is coming soon. So it seems this person is experiencing this on Windows. I've seen a lot of complaints from you about the PlayStation and Xbox experience. Not so much the Windows, but looks like they're using actions and stuff. And there's been a lot of visual issues. A lot of you have been showing me pictures like this. There's been a lot more, and I will show that in a second, where the main menu is simply breaking. So yeah, some of the texture packs look to be slightly broken, but if we just go back here, guys, the amount of reports that are coming in over the last 24 hours are absolutely insane. Not all of them are actually going to be issues, but a lot of them are. A lot of them are the same issues everybody has been experiencing. I see this comment everywhere. Vibrant visuals is grayed out even on DirectX 12 supported laptops. If you have this issue, you got to make sure you do turn on the experimental. But yeah, these are major issues. And if you have anything that you can see here, like I said, you're not alone. In fact, on Twitter, I had this from Ethan. Ethan, you're like the 20th person to send me this. This is what is happening on Xbox and PlayStation. We do get a lot of issues whenever a full release is released. Usually not this bad. So yeah, let me show you guys how you can back up your worlds and protect them. So if you want to protect your worlds, all you need to do is find your favorite world and make a duplicated copy. Ignore how many worlds I have. I have to keep them when I do re-reviews of add-ons. I've recently checked out this, right? If I tap on the edit, yes, on Windows platforms, you do have the ability to export your worlds. I don't know if this is available on other devices. I don't think it is. If you are on Windows, export your worlds, keep an extra save, upload it to Dropbox or Google Drive, or just keep it on your desktop. It's totally up to you. For everybody else, right, before any update is announced or released, and I do recommend having automatic updates off for Minecraft, so you manually have to update, duplicate that world. In doing so, right, you're gonna have the exact same world that you always play on, but don't touch it. You don't have to touch this world at all. So I've got this. That means if 1.21.80 releases, I can mess around on this world. Uh-oh, I've loaded in. There's a major issue on this world. That's fine. I have a backup of that world, which is still on the previous version. Just don't touch it. And if you feel like you want to touch it again, go ahead and just do the same process again. There used to be an add-on on mobile with the export option. I don't think there is. If you are on mobile, you can go into the internal files and copy it that way. And that's the way you have to do it. It's really frustrating that we have to do this. I know so many of you have issues and lose so many worlds, and it's so frustrating. So that's the best advice I can give you. The other alternative would be to upload it to a realm. If you have a realm, you can obviously upload it inside of here. So if I was to go to edit active world, for example, try not to ruin anything because I've got somebody online here, but I'm able to then upload the world into my realm, and it's safe because realms make regular backups. So if you do encounter these issues, you can do it. So as you can see here, I uploaded one of my favorite worlds in here. It has regular backups. These are safe. I could then download these to my version of Minecraft. And I hope that helps. It's the best advice I have for you right there. I think to upload it, I'd have to go into realm settings. Maybe it's... Let me have a quick look real quick. If we go inside of realm settings, I could upload the world here. I could go activate edit world. I can upload it inside of there. And it'll be safe. So yeah, always back up your worlds before any major updates so you don't have these issues. Let's get into the latest preview. I want to quickly go through a couple of things that Smokey Stacks posted when the brand new preview released. He said, wow, Mojang is finally starting to patch leaks, it seems. A method I used is to read the translation files, and they removed all comments to prevent future leaks. I used this method for previous things like Common Cape and Flat Worlds. So Mojang have upped their security in the most recent preview, which leaves the question, why have they done it? What are they now hiding in those files? The next thing he said is that vibrant visuals are definitely part of the 1.21.90 update. That is the update expected to release next month in June. Vibrant visuals will be out of experimental and will be an official toggle in the game. So for those of you that have been having issues, hopefully when this releases, it'll be a lot better for you. This has been a long time coming. But let's get into the latest preview changes, focusing on features and bug fixes. Blocks. Harness is no longer invisible on a Happy Ghast when equipped by a dispenser. So if we go ahead and spawn one of these, prior to this update, if you then equip it with a harness, the harness would be on the Happy Ghast, but it would be completely invisible. I also wanted to try one more thing here and see if in this version they have actually fixed the attachment of mobs. So if we summon a Happy Ghast now and we put a harness on this, I need you to come back so I can try and attach the camel. Let's see. Sometimes it's such a pain to get these. I need the snowballs to bring them back down. All right, let's... No, I'm trying to attach this to you. Come back. This is like, honestly, the hardest thing to do sometimes. All right, here we go. Here we go. Nope, nope, nope. There we go. Yes, we did it. Okay, let's see what the attachment is like. No, it's still janky. It's still janky on Bedrock Edition. Let's get on. Come on. Bro. Nope, that's fine. So yeah, they didn't fix this in this version. But I do imagine they'll fix it in the future. Let's see. This is probably the best way to kind of show you guys. On Java, it's quite clean. On Bedrock Edition, it still looks very much detached. Change with bundles, but I believe this was pushed to the 1.21.80 update. Empty open bundle icon now renders correctly when bundles are tapped with touch controls. Editor modes, obviously this is only going to apply to users who use the editor mode on the Windows platform. Marking read-only structures for deletion along with editable ones no longer disables the delete button. Saving a large structure from a selection on the structure panel no longer makes the game unresponsive. Gameplay changes. Fixed projectiles not being fired in the correct direction when using custom cameras and touch inputs. Fixed issue where sprint jump attacking would sometimes remove all of the player's momentum. We have a bug report. I feel like this has been an ongoing issue for a very long time. They fixed it, it's broken. They fixed it, it's broken. It goes back to December of 2024. So pretty much like 5 or 6 months here. There's not necessarily any videos or clips of it. Oh, there is. Okay, they weren't there last time I checked. Okay, so it kind of knocks you back. Now, I've experienced this many, many times. So if you've experienced what's just happened there, it shouldn't happen anymore. All right, so we're going to run this exact test with a wooden sword. Let's see if momentum is kind of stopped now. No, you can see the momentum is way better. So yeah, it was like you were just getting stuck against an invisible wall. They finally fixed it, but it's still broken in the latest version. So we have to wait for the next update. That just looks so wrong, doesn't it? Fixed stop sprinting while swimming when the player hits blocks. We have a bug report. So the issue at hand here is if you were in water and you were swimming and you kind of went towards blocks and then tried to swim away, it would completely slow you down. Yeah, so that's now been fixed. Using a custom equipable block item in creative modes will no longer duplicate the item and equip it. It will simply place the block in the world. Graphical, vibrant visuals. Let's read the change log. So they have made quite a few changes to graphical, vibrant visuals, as expected, by the way, since this is expected to release in the next updates. Some of these are more like basic changes, but they also made glass blocks more reflective, tweaked metallic on cauldrons and ancient debris, tweaked emissive on the eye blossoms. So a lot of these are more subtle changes than anything else. But we also have things like particles used for particle blends didn't actually work. We'll go through a whole bunch of these changes down here, such as reflections no longer cut out abruptly on the left side of the screen when the camera while moving the camera in vibrant visuals. There has been aggressive flickering issues, and there's also been clouds issues. So mostly fixes more than anything else here. Fixed an issue with moving blocks, like, for example, blocks held by Enderman, TNT inside of minecarts, not casting shadows in vibrant visuals. Now, I do see a lot of people complaining about vibrant visuals. It's not good. It's not great. This is an issue. Guys, you definitely need to report these issues. But as you can see, it looks like splodges on the screen. I think it's meant to look like a misty experience. So if you've had that issue, that's, yeah, should be fixed in this version. We've got, like, reflections don't render the edge, apparently, on this one. So that's apparently now been fixed as well. We also have, what else have we got inside of here? Reflections flickering. I think this is to do with a certain FOV. So if you have your FOV quite high, there was a chance you experience flickering on the sides of your screens. That's now been fixed. And then we have, like, clouds. It says vibrant visuals, artifacts on clouds when viewing them close up. Apparently, trying to see this. Oh, okay. Very subtly, you can see it there. Okay, yeah, so that's now apparently been fixed. There's still quite a lot of work to be done, I believe, for vibrant visuals, but it's definitely a great experience to start off with. I want to kind of see... Oh, I love the reflection on there. We caught that perfectly then, didn't we? Look at that on the sides of it. So they said glass is a lot better as well. Apparently, the eye blossom, if you do force time set noon, see what that's like. Can we catch this perfectly? So, yeah, a lot of changes. I love the pixels on this. So if you are encountering issues, guys, we've still got a whole entire month until this is officially released. Moving on to mobs. Fixed a crash happening on PS5 when loading a world with leased entities. Fixed bug where ghasts could not move while shooting fireballs. We have a bug report. Ghast stays completely still when shooting fireballs with the drop to 2025 experiments enabled. That's been fixed. Slimes and magma cubes no longer jump twice when finding or losing their targets. Fixed a bug where magma cubes and slimes could still damage players briefly after dying. We have a bug report. So here is the bug report. There's actually a video here. Watch when this player kills it. It still takes damage after hitting it again. So we're going to try this for ourselves. I've always thought that magmas and slimes on Bedrock Edition are incredibly brutal. So if we go ahead and kill it and we move over towards it, we didn't obviously take any damage there. So we'll try it one more time. As you can see there, it doesn't give us any damage. But I guess the flame would be there still temporarily. So yeah, anyway, finally fixed. Sounds changes. Fixed a bug where parrots imitating a drowned used the zombie sound instead of the correct one to mimic a drowned. I can't guarantee it's going to mimic it because there's oh, I mean, it still sounded like a zombie then. Unless it's trying to lock onto this. But yes, apparently now they will use the correct sounds for drowned. Fixed a bug where parrots imitating wither skeletons used the skeleton sounds. Apparently now they will mimic them correctly as well. Splash potions. The effect radius of splash potions is now calculated based on the distance to the bounding box of the target instead of their position. We have a bug report. And that is because ghasts and happy ghasts are not affected by splash potions that hit their top. So I actually experienced this and was wondering why it didn't actually work. this was the reason why. So if we summon him, put a harness on, get on top, get off, throw these... Hold on. Hold on, we need to grab the poison one real quick here. I need to throw the poison one. So apparently that should do damage now. Yes, so now it works as intended. Few changes with the user interface. The locator bar has been de-experimentified and is now available in non-experimental worlds. So that's another feature that's obviously very close to release in the next update. Splitting an item stack using touch controls and moving it to a bundle transfers the selected amount. We do have a bug report. However, the text background opacity accessibility setting now also affects hotbar, tooltips, and leaderboards displays. So I need to quickly show you this. In the previous beta and preview, they finally fixed the black box behind your text, right? Some people like it on, like myself. Some people absolutely hate it. If you go into your settings and tap on accessibility, we do have this here, but we now have the chat option as well. So if I was to do like, hi, YouTube, please like the video with a heart, as you can see there. But if we go back into our accessibility and we lower this all the way down, this is now going to be, hold on, let's do it one more time. As you can see, it's completely gone. There's separate sliders now for this option. It's not just going to be one. I don't mind these on. There's also going to be this one as well. Action bar, background opacity. And some of these are going to affect the actual chat. Some of them are going to affect your actual weapons and things like that. And some are going to affect the leaderboards. Chat's background opacity can now be controlled with a new accessibility setting, which is exactly what we are talking about there. New sliders available. Vanilla Java parity. Sounds. Parrots now imitate nearby monsters less frequently. We have a bug report. But oh my days, I hated how frequently parrots kind of moaned when copying mobs. Finally fixed. This has been an issue since 24th of May 2020. All of these versions, I've hated it. It's the reason why I never typically got parrots. But yeah, it was so annoying. If you've ever played Minecraft Bedrock Edition, you've certainly experienced this plenty of times before. And everything else is a technical update change. Once again, a lot of them in the upcoming versions. But that's practically it for this beta and preview. I think we're pretty much done with this update, and we'll be expecting it in pre-release very soon.